What up? My name is Nicholas, and I built Infernoids because they're not meta. They're just really good against the meta, and it's a fun rogue deck. I won 2 world envelopes with this deck. Went on a span for about 2 months where I just couldn't lose with this. So yeah, let's just get into the profile. So first off, you obviously start with the 3 Decatron. Can be any Infernoid at once. Probably one of the best cards in the deck. 2 Daddy, 2 Mommy. That's pretty standard. Just really good. He's summoned, he's Dark Hole. She's summoned, she's Heavy Storm Duster. Or, yeah, Harpy Feather Duster. And negates monsters, negates spells and traps. Shout out to this guy, probably the best Infernoid in the entire deck when he attacks a monster. At the end of battle, non-target removal, he just banishes any card he wants. You play once a Jet just for the Void Feast play. Play 1 Atondal, sometimes just for extra damage push. And then for the 2 small guys, 1 Harmadic, 1 Antra. I decided not to play Petulia. I just didn't like popping the back row. I think these were just better for removal plays. And then that's it for the Infernoid monsters. For the other monsters, play 3 Lilith. Lilith is amazing. She just sets your Void Feast. The only thing that can stop Lilith is Call by the Grave. They can't Ash it, they can't Ogre it, they can't Veil her because you can just tributes cost. So she's dumb. And then 3 Rima. He just searches Layer of Darkness. He can also tribute himself to draw a card if you're trying to dig. Did that a couple times. And then if you have Layer of Darkness out, you can tribute one of your opponent's monsters to draw a card. Or if you tribute their monster, you can search this guy. This is the 41st card in the deck. Really good card. I thought about cutting him, but sometimes you can just sit on this because they can't target it with anything, especially against Sky Striker. Just them not being able to target it is pretty good. They can't tribute it, they can't get over it. Onto the spells. This spell, search of the deck, searches out your Void Feast, searches out your Imagination. The second effect, where if an Infernoid attacks a monster, or an Infernoid battles a monster, you can tribute this to banish. That rarely comes up, but it can happen. 3 Imagination. If this card resolves, you win the game. I think I've gotten. There's one time where this was resolved and I have not won. This card is just ridiculous. 3 Pot of Extravagance. I got rid of 1, but 3 Pot of Extravagance. You gotta play it. It's +1. You really don't use your extra deck too much. It's just so good. 3 Layer of Darkness. Layer of Darkness is just a dumb card. Being able to tribute your opponent's stuff to banish their stuff, or being able to tribute their stuff to negate their effects is just, it's ridiculous. Oh, and it also keeps Super Poly. Super Poly, always active, is under this. You can always use Super Poly. 3 Call by the Grave. You don't want to get Ash, you don't want to get Veiler, you don't want to get Ogre, so there's that. 2 Twin Twister. Infernoid say back row. Pretty much what it is. We lose to back row, so 2 Twin Twister. And then for the traps, you play 3 Void Feast, and then 3 Metaverse. I play the 1 Metaverse just for Lilith, because if you have a Void Feast in hand, Lilith is dead, and you really want to try to get it off again. So you can still Lilith with this. You just show these 3 right here, and hopefully you can either get a feast, and sometimes you really do want to search for that Metaverse. And then let's go into the extra deck. Super Poly targets. Standard Super Poly targets. Link Karibo just in case they Veil your Decatron. If you're real links that you go into, do a little Chimera and Wee Witch. Really, you go into this if you don't have Layer of Darkness, this if you do. And then Decode Talker for OTK push. I found out about this a little later, and since then I've just, with Imagination, you're able to push so many OTKs with this card. And then you can go Boral Sword, Boral Load. Just good cards to sit on. Push for OTK if you want to control the game a little bit more. If You gotta try to break their board. And then you play 3 Tierra, 3 Ints. You want to play 3 Tiers because you're running Extravagance. You always want your Imagination to be live. Imagination's like a +10, so it's broken. And then onto the side, 3 Evenly for going second. 2 Anti-Spell, Sky Striker. Imperial Order, Sky Striker. We also hate back row, so Red Reboot, hate back row. Super Poly. Super Poly is just dumb. With Lair of Darkness, it's always active, so there's never a point where you can't Super Poly. And then for just the Orcas matchup through Lancia. Yeah. So really, you can search to me. With the new with the new cards that are out with like, what is it? Dark Ruler no more. Dark Ruler, there's like nothing to this deck. If like someone Dark Rulers no mores you, you literally just say like, okay, that's fine, and then they'll continue with their plays. You'll be like, okay, tributes negate, and they're like, well, you can't. And they're like, well, no, tributes cost, so you're fine. If any of your guys are negated and you still have Lair of Darkness out, you can still activate their effect, tribute their card at any time you want, and they're like, well, you can't. You can call Judge up at any time, be like, yeah, this is what happens. The effect obviously doesn't go off, but you can do it all the time. And yeah, that's it for my Inferno deck profile.